Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Rural Life and Sustainable Living. My name is Chablily, aka Malushaba. Welcome if you are new, and if you are returning, thank you for choosing us again. If you have not subscribed, please hit that button and subscribe. Hit the notification button as well so that you can get notified every time we post a new video. Okay guys, now for the final part of our three-part conversation. Self living, having financial freedom, being debt free. So I think to give a little bit of context on the matter, in terms of like what sparked it, what started it. I think for me it started when I was like young, and my father would always instill this thing in us, like avoid debt, avoid debt, avoid debt. If you can pay anything in cash, pay it in cash. And it's just always been in my mind, that, you know what, when I grow up, I will avoid debt as much as I can. And I met Amiel, and he also shared the same sentiments. And it is not to say that you must never ever like have any debt. Like, for example, we bought a car. We traded the one we had in and got the bikey because we felt we needed a bigger car to be able to carry other things, if we needed like to transport things, building material, gardening material, whatever that we might need to transport, looking at our lifestyle. Also, just because the roads here, uh, in general, many rural areas, the roads are not so great. But I would say here they are fairly maintained. They try, as they really try. They try to maintain, and it's gravel. And they try to really maintain it. So I cannot complain that much. So we got the car for that in 2021. So at the moment, that's the debt we have, the car. And we also do plan to do something with that. Our dream and hope is to have complete financial freedom, and that is what we are working on, and we've always maintained. We had a car that we've now sold. It was my husband's first car, actually, and we'd paid that off a couple of years ago, and for a long time that's the car we were using, until we decided that we wanted to do like an e-hailing business, and then we got another car. But for a long time, we actually didn't have any debts that we had, until then we got that car. And I mean, like I said, even in the previous video, there are times where you feel like, okay, you want to invest in something and you don't have the full amount, or you don't have the amount to actually do that, and then you can use the bank's money to be able to invest. I just feel like you need to have a plan. You cannot just do like take a loan or take a credit card just for the sake of it, or okay, no, I need to, like that instant gratification type of mentality. You cannot, you if you want to live a financially free type of life, you cannot be that instant gratification type of a person. You have to be a disciplined person. You have to be a cash type of a person, have a cash mentality. So this is to say, yes, sometimes you might decide, okay, I need to go borrow money from the bank because I want to achieve this and that, but you must have a plan in place. It helps to have a certain mindset of discipline, of determination for the things that you've set for yourself, because life can challenge you sometimes and derail you sometimes, but you have to be able to find your way back to the things that you've set your mind on achieving. And even if you do happen to be derailed, or it's fine if you are not able to just hold on and stay on your path, but be able to find your way back quickly. So the one thing also that has been a driving force for us, and this has been throughout our lives. Amiel and I, we've just never wanted to have debts. If we needed to buy furniture, we saved money and bought the those things cash. Again, the it goes back to the instant gratification thing. Like, you have to be that person that says, it's okay for me not to have it now because I can save money and have it in a few months. And us also not wanting to have, like, to have a bond. We've had to say, okay, we have to make certain sacrifices. We're gonna live here in this small space so that we don't end up paying like so much rent, when we can for now be patient with ourselves where we are, and just make those moves that we need to make towards us being able to afford having our own house that we built ourselves, instead of going to borrow a 20-year or 30-year loan from the bank. And it's taken a lot of sacrifice from both of us, from our children as well. It's taken a lot of patience. It's taken a lot of patience. um but looking at it now, there are so many things. In fact, I just want to even talk about the fact that we have been a single income household. And the reason for that is because I wasn't happy where I was working. I was very depressed. I was miserable. Like, I was so miserable. And it was to a point where I was so suicidal about the situation I was in. And I just felt like, if I need to choose in this moment, I'm gonna choose myself, because this place is putting me in a in a place where I want to self harm, and I can die today and they'll replace me tomorrow, if not like a few minutes later. And I just felt like I'm going to choose myself. And in that process, I've learned so much about myself, about what I want, and just what I can do. I used to be such a shy person, guys. Like, and a lot of people don't believe it when I say that there is still a shy Jablile somewhere, but I'm not very shy. I can say I'm not shy. There is an element of shyness still, but having gone into the business space, having done the things that I've been able to do alongside my husband, it has opened up my mind. It has opened me up to dig deep within me and find that Jablile that will go um to a potential client and say, look, my name is Jabulile Sasonia Musi, and I am from this company, and I would like for you to stock this product of mine. This product is this and that and that and that. And whether it's a no or a yes, I still come out still feeling like, okay, I can do it again tomorrow. And I have to tell you, it's a place that I have to really dig very deep in, because I'm not a very I'm an introvert, and you'll be surprised because a lot of people think I'm actually an extrovert, and I'm not. And I've had to like go to markets and sell my stuff every week, every weekend, and I mean that took a lot. But I'm telling you that when I'm in front of that client and I have to talk, I'm a whole other Jablile. I'm a whole other Jablile, and I'm fearless in that moment. I am I'm another person, really, and it didn't happen in one day. It took me saying that, you know what, I actually feel unhappy in the space, and I feel like I am more drawn, towards the direction of entrepreneurship, and I want to try that. I want to try that, and I told Amiel how I was feeling and what I felt that I need to do. And I didn't even just start, by just a business and stuff. There are skills that I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn how to sew, and I just bought a machine and asked people to show me how to thread and all of that, and then just took bought fabric and started. And whenever I needed help, I would ask, watch videos and things like that. I wanted to learn how to be a better cook, because I only started cooking when I was 21. I had no interest in cooking prior. And when I became vegan when I was 23, it really sparked more interest in me to want to learn how to cook even more. And I'll tell you this, and this is they say give credit where it's due. The one person I can say really made me want to, because I was not interested before, is Amiel. He encouraged me so much. And I mean, you can imagine, I've never really cooked, like I hadn't cooked much in my life, and he'd always, oh my, and he wasn't lying. I think it was just in me all along. And because I mean, when I tasted the stuff that I was trying, they were good, and he was like, yeah, this is good. And I kept on wanting to learn more. But before I became vegan, I got to a place where I lost my interest in food in a way. Like there was just nothing I liked. And yeah, it was around the time when I was transitioning into a plant-based diet, and it just reignited that interest that he had kind of encouraged in me. and I wanted to learn more about that. And yeah, I spent quite a lot of time learning those skills, crocheting. But crocheting I'd learned a little bit when I was in primary school. I just started doing it more around that time, and I did briefly go back to employment. And I then decided around that time that actually, yeah, I feel like this is not the space where I want to be right now. I wanna explore this desire, this burning within me, this yearning within me, to be an entrepreneur. And then that's where I started my plant-based cheese company, and mayo and margarine, I mean butter, sorry. So um so that's how we the setup started. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Sometimes people have the assumption that it's Amiel that got me out of um my career, and it wasn't him. It was a choice that I made because of how I felt, where I was, and just the desires that I had for myself, and felt that I want to explore this. And it's made me a whole different person. I'm no longer the shy chablily I used to be. I can go into spaces and approach people and say, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I'm selling. It takes a lot, guys. It takes a lot, because like I'm saying, it's not naturally how I am. Like I'm very reserved, but it's been amazing to know that I actually can do these things. It's been amazing. I've shocked myself so many times where I thought, you're going to approach this big shop and ask them to stock your products. Like, just you can even imagine the nerves as a shy person, or just being at a huge market where, like, on a weekly basis, on those weekends, is like all sorts of people that are coming to your table. You have to present yourself, you have to smile. And not just that, there's been so many situations. I've even been an estate agent. I've been an e-hailing driver. And when I started the whole e-hailing journey, I didn't want to. I didn't want to, but I found myself thrust in that position. And the first day was the hardest experience of my life. But as time went on, I enjoyed it so much. I didn't know that I, as Jablila, could enjoy engaging with people on that level like that. And because of how I was, I would find people tipping me every time. I'd find people wanting me to be their regular driver. I'd find people saying to me, you know what, this is the best trip I've ever had. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed hearing those things because they helped build my confidence. They helped me believe more in myself, that, you know what, the things that you think you cannot do, the things that you think you are limited on, those limits are actually put by yourself. You can actually do far more than you think that you can. And you know society will always have their own perceptions. Society will always have their own expectations. Society will always look at certain decisions that you make and want to project their beliefs on you. And I have I have learned to not to say that they certain things don't get to you. They do get to you when people make certain comments, or people make certain assumptions, whether it's behind your back, or some people have the audacity and nerve to come and tell you that so you are this and that and that and that, because they come uninformed. They come uninformed, they come thinking they know, when they don't. So you have to kind of learn to not necessarily have a thick skin. um I wouldn't say that I have a thick skin. I just don't care. I just don't care. And I think, oh wow, I think I'm talking about so many things in this video, but bear with me, guys, bear with me. I think I learned that from a very young age. I'm dark skinned, as you can see. My skin is dark, and I I learned from like really young, very young, um, that I have to stand up for myself, because people would always make me feel like, and I also grew up very thin, would always make me feel a certain way about my weight, a certain way. They always would say I'm ugly because of my complexion. And thank God, thank Yah for my mom, thank Yah for my grandmother, thank Yah for my family, that always would be like, somebody said that about you. No, that's not true. And oh, my granny, I always thought she was a beautiful woman, and she'd always say, oh, you look like me, you are so beautiful, you are as dark as I am, you are so beautiful. And you can imagine someone you really think is beautiful, and they're saying you look like them, and they're saying you're beautiful, you know and and even in her referring to my complexion, it would always be in such a a lovely way, like just celebrating my darkness. And it took me a very long time to actually get to a place where it's like I looked at myself in the mirror and like, damn girl, damn, you are so beautiful. Look at your skin. Look at your smile. So wow, yeah, it took a long time, but her words, my mother's words, my father's words, my family's words, they always stayed in my mind, and they are the ones that ultimately built me and helped me to say, actually, I don't care what people think, what they say. I don't care. Those are projections of how they feel about themselves, but how I feel about myself is that ngimuhle. And those are things that I have taken with me, even in those moments of doubt when I've had to bring out the chablily that needs to go and stand in front of people and say, this is me, I'm selling this, or I have this, can you buy this from me, or can I be this for you, can I do this for you. um it's that background, um where my father always told me, you are awesome, you are great, you are smart, you can do things. And to this day, I still look to that, no matter what society expects or says about me or the choices that we have made. And so I feel like you have to learn to, one, not care about people's expectations. If you are set on the things that you want to do, you have to forget societal expectations and all of those things. You have to not listen to people when they speak down on you, when they speak negatively about your dreams and goals and the decisions that you are making about themselves. Not to say you must not plan and you must not, heed, the call, or, when someone is like, no, I'm advising you on this, and I really, if you listen to me, this can help you. You have to listen and take advice, of course, but you have to kind of look and sift through things. You have to filter and sift through things that are to build you and to break you. And sometimes people don't do it intentionally. People think they are helping you sometimes. I don't want to say most of the time, maybe most of the time, but I don't know. People sometimes people project their own fears on you when you decide to take um, a direction that they were too afraid to take, or that they've never seen anyone taking. And so um when I left work, there was a whole hoo-ha about that. Even now, like I've said, people still feel like my husband made me do that, and it wasn't him, it was my choice. And I'm grateful that I made those choices, and I had a supportive partner, and I had the background that I had, because it gave me the confidence and helped me to shut down the fear that I had in the beginning. And now I feel like there's nothing I cannot achieve. There are times where, because these things are not easy, being on a single income salary, there are many sacrifices you have to make. There's patience. Business doesn't always work out. Our shop didn't work out, and I hope that it would, but the finances, because we're financing it ourselves. The area, so many things just didn't work out at that time. And it there was a excuse me, there was disappointment, there was depression that I went through, but it never made me feel like I can no longer be the chablily that I want to be, that I see myself being. And even today, I still see myself succeeding in the things that I've set out f- for myself to achieve, the things that we want to, whether as a family, whether as individuals. I still believe in those dreams, and I look at the things that we've been able to achieve throughout the years with the mentality that we have. I've never slept hungry. I've never slept under a bridge, nor have my children, nor has my husband. We have shelter. We are able to move from one point to the other, and all this still in the quest to be self-sufficient. Um, I just feel like one has to, again, have this type of mentality where you don't care about other people's opinions. Yes, you take advice. Yes, you learn from your mistakes, but you believe in yourself enough. You believe in the things that you do. You research the things that you want to do and are doing, and you are prepared to face the challenges that you may face along the way. And for us, our journey of wanting to be financially free has brought us here, and we are acquiring skills. And I feel like those skills are such that even if tomorrow we woke up and there was no income, we still wouldn't starve. We still would have a home, because we already have it. Nobody's gonna take it away from us. um we'd still have clothes, and we can sell our skills for money if we need money. So I'm not saying everybody must live the life that we are living, or how we are living, or must make the choices that we have made. But I'm saying that for me, the choices that I have made in my life, yes, there are certain things that now when I look, I'm like, we could have done this better. But I saw a video one time, and in a way also it's something that I've just always felt, that if you have regrets and you feel like, okay, I'm regretting this, and I feel like I could, if I could go and change this, you'd be changing something else as well. Because, for example, if I didn't leave my job when I left my job, chances are uh perhaps I would still be the super reserved, super shy chablily that I was back then. Maybe I wouldn't even be alive today. Maybe, I don't know, maybe things would have been different. But looking at myself, what I've discovered about myself, I would still want to be exactly where I am today with the knowledge that I have, the experience that I have, because then it means that wherever I didn't do well before, I now I'm better for it now. I can do it better now, and I can teach my children from from the lived experience that I have, to say, okay, no, you can do it better like this. And today I'm here now, I can also share my experiences with you so that you don't make some of the mistakes that I made, because you will make your own mistakes as well. But we can learn from each other today because of the lived experiences that we have. And yeah, so we are on a quest, on a journey of uh, being financially free. And for me, I feel liberated by what I know now, what I've experienced, and I wouldn't change anything, and I'm disappointed by nothing. I've learned so much. And so this, yeah, it went a direction I was not planning on going, but I hope it helps somebody. I hope it helps you. I hope that it opens your eyes. It gets you researching. It gets you thinking. Because we are taught that you are born, you grow up, and this is how life goes. But there are many alternatives. There are many options. We have choices. We do have choices. We just have to be brave enough to go this way when everybody's going that way. So yeah, yeah.